take it? Oh. That crash the living was right out of the concrete.
We have another one of my most hateful cars. It's a 07 750. It's got a massive oil leak from the alternator bracket. So the customer towed it here yesterday, and I got mad because the guys that towed it did not know what they were doing. So basically they had the chain hooked up on the rear control arm, and they had it on one of the yellow posts outside, and they were just dragging the car off the tow truck. So I got there, I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing? Well, the car doesn't go in neutral. I'm like, you should come inside and ask me, first of all, where you're gonna put the car, you know? You need to ask me. And second of all, you ask me how to put it in neutral. It's super easy. Level, you just says pull, okay? And the car is in neutral. Super easy. Yeah, I was mad. I yelled at them, and honestly, I don't want them here anymore. So my advice is be careful who tows your cars. I mean, obviously these guys, they didn't give a damn about the car. They just care about that $60, $70 trip they're making. So I need to advise the customer and let them know what happens. They had the chain wrapped around here, as you can see the concrete where they were dragging the BMW, which is a no-no. So yeah, be careful who tows your car. Yep, there's the gasket right there, and I can almost guarantee you it's cut in half. So technically what you do is supposed to drop the whole subframe down to do the job. So luckily I'm not seeing any damage, so hopefully everything is still okay. Oh, let's change the gasket.
The metal bracket that holds the hoses is still a little loose, so
Put a washer or something.
okay.
They're high performance, man. Oh, wow. Why is that? So on a used belt, always mark, put like an arrow of the direction it came out, because it has to go in the same way it came out. Otherwise it's gonna squeak. Yes, I was suspecting it. Look at that. We're split right here. And also, if you see right here, this is not rubber anymore, it's plastic. So, look at that. Wow.
The 2012 535i. We are going to put some H&R lowering springs on this. I've done a couple of these now. So we're gonna get to it and pop the fronts off real quick. Kind of compress this spring down, put the new springs on, and put it back in the car. The other wheel off. Alright, now I need to take off the top bolts. Ben! Come here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm finding my socket for the plate here to take that off. Compress this spring down, pop this bolt off, and disassemble this strut. New spring, old spring. This would be a little bit lower, but not crazy. There's the front.
So this is the alternator bracket housing. It got introduced in 2002. The 745 model, basically over here it does not have this one. This is for the cooler, for the oil cooler, but this one does, obviously, because it's a 750, which is the technical update engine. Still sucks though. Still, it's a crappy engine, but so make sure you use genuine gasket, because the labor alone is not worth. Because I think the gas is like $8 to $10, but labor is like over 8.5 hours to do. So. Basically just do it right the first time. After so many hours, the bracket is in, the subframe is in. I'm just about to put the power steering pump on, the alternator, and then this bad boy is good to go. It went pretty smooth. I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I still hate it. Yeah, I still hate this car. So always. So basically everything is almost together. Got the power steering pump on. Alternator is just about ready to go in. I'm gonna put the tensioner, the belt, and check the oil level. And then I got to pull the steering wheel out because the turn signal on the left side, it's stuck on all the time. So hopefully we can fix that.
Definitely lower. So we got everything together. Pulled it back in just to triple check everything, make sure everything's tight after the dry run that we did around the block. Didn't hear any weird noises or anything like that, but just triple checking for the customer, and we'll be ready to go. So still drives about the same. It's not too slammed, and the springs still soak up a lot of the road, so it looks good and it drives good. So.
Okay, so the alternator is in, the tensioner is in, belt is in. Like I told you earlier, make sure you mark the direction, otherwise it's gonna squeak. I promise you that. So this is the turn signal switch. I'm gonna see if I can take it apart and see what the hell is wrong with it, why it's stuck on all the time, you know? So I guess I can use some electrical connector cleaner. That should take care of it, I hope. Well, it's all back together and hopefully it should work. So if it doesn't, then we'll get a used one or a new one. Actually, I want to take a picture of the part number just in case I don't have to take the steering wheel back out. Well, I think while I have it apart, I might spray this connector too. I don't even know why water got in there, but yeah, I'll spray some connector cleaner there too. Okay, now we're gonna connect the battery. It worked. Okay, so we have this Audi A4 2008. A few days ago I changed the timing chain because the guide was completely broken, and a while back I bought pretty much a Chinese timing tool that I wasn't happy with, because now I'm having a correlation camshaft with a crankshaft code. So this is the Chinese tool that I bought on Amazon. It's kind of sloppy, so even when you put it on the car, it feels really loose. So that's why yesterday I bought the OEM tool from Bond Tools. Those are one of the best. It's pretty solid, and obviously much more. Look at this. So much sturdier. So I'm just gonna crack the valve cover open and double check the timing, but I know it's gonna be off, so this one is gonna go in the garbage. This is the new tool we got. Everything is on time. Fits perfect. Basically there is two notches. There is two notches on each camshaft, and they're lined up perfectly on time, so timing is dead on.